Hey there, it is Kathy Hobart. I would like to talk with you today about getting started with Google Forms. Google Forms are a feature in the G Suite for Education apps. It is a quiz type format, but they can be used as instructional lessons. They require a little upfront work on the teacher's end to create, but on the back end, the time that you save grading and gathering data is just significant. I really think it's going to rock your world. So let's take a look and get started. There are two ways to create forms. You can do it directly in your Google Drive, and this is a method I would suggest. If it's a form you want to use maybe year after year, if you create it in your Google Drive, it's easy to go in and edit and make a copy for the following year. So to create a form, I would navigate to the folder you'd like to put it in. I'm going to come down to make sure you got that, New, go down to More, and then over to Google Forms. This is going to create a new form for me. Another way you can do it is going directly into your Google Classroom, navigating to the classwork page, Create, and go to Quiz Assignment. So when in this fashion, it is going to tie that assignment to the Google Classroom. It works well both ways. I just prefer to create it in my Drive so I can use it year to year. If I do it in my Google Classroom, I would click the blank quiz and it takes me to the same place. So let's take a look at how to get started. So I'm going to go back to my form. So it defaults to kind of this boring purple one. If you come up to your paint palette up here on the top, you have some options here. So I can go ahead and choose image. You can create your own images. They have to be a specific size, but Google has tons of really awesome headers already embedded in here for you. So I'm just going to grab one just to show you and insert. And now I've got some theme colors down here, but I can go add and pick a color that will work, add that, and then change the rest to kind of match. So little limiting on the colors, but you got that. You also can go ahead and change your font style there if you want to change it to a different font. I want to go ahead and title my form up here. Maybe I'm going to make this the plants test. So now that I've got my form set up, I do want to go ahead and close my theme options, and I want to go here to my settings, and you've got three tabs here: General, Presentation, and Quizzes, and I want to take a look at these. So I usually leave restrict users in Northeast ISD. That requires them to be logged into their Google account and enables you to see each student's data. You can choose whether to limit to one response. You can also select to allow them to edit after they submit. So maybe they submitted the form and then they want to go back and make changes. If you toggle that on, they'll be able to do that. If you leave it off, they won't. I leave see summary charts and text responses off because that allows students to see kind of what you're going to see on the back end. If you come over to presentation, you have options to show a progress bar as they work through it, shuffle the question order, and then you can also send a confirmation message here like great job. If I go one more time to my settings, this is the one where we want to go. So if I'm going directly in Drive, I do need to go in and toggle make this a quiz on, and we'll talk a little bit later about locked mode. That's a new beta feature. I also I'm going to want to import these grades into Google Classroom, and I'll show you how to do that. So respondents, you have the option to toggle these on or off. Once I've created it as a quiz, I'm going to click Save. To add questions, all I have to do is click the plus. So you have many different kinds of questions. Plants are. So when I come over here, I can add an image. And again, I can search Google and add a image to my question. And it's popping it in there for me. I can actually resize it to make it a little bit smaller if I want. And I get to choose what kind of question type I want. So you can see you've got a lot of different options. Short answer, paragraph, multiple choice. I will tell you for the Google form to do the work for you, it does need to be multiple choice or one of these other options. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it on multiple choice and put in my question. Living or non-living. The beautiful part about a quiz is that we can set it up to where it does the grading for you. So I'm going to click Answer Key, and I need to go ahead and mark which one is the correct answer. And that will help Google do the work for me. To add another question, I click the plus and do the same thing. Type my question in, choose what question type I want, and then go to Answer Key to save it. So that's the short part of getting started. Hopefully it was helpful, and we'll learn more in just a bit.